studying unemployment in South Africa, or workplace readiness, and part of that got into the education system. So the class had an opportunity to go to this LEAP school. What the school is about is teaching science and math in an intensive setting for kids in these townships outside of Cape Town. Most of the kids at the school are from Langa,
which has taken students from Langa and transported them in a different area to get them in an environment together that's focused on academics so that they can get into college, which is one of the things that has really been trying to motivate some of the Black South Africans to be able to do and empower them with the tools and education necessary to do so.
The kids were very disciplined. They wore uniforms. They spoke better English than I did.
Yes, they did, yeah.
They were highly intelligent, and on top of that, they were all dealing with their own personal tragedies. And to see a school that, it was more than a school, it was almost like a haven for them.
These kids, there are some kids that are head of household. Essentially, they're assuming sort of the parental role because their parents are dead or they're dying of AIDS. Or, you know, these kids are taking a lot more responsibility than kids that I see in the States. And so they have adult issues, in a sense, plaguing them down while they're still children. The school is definitely holistic. Because we were working on the project, and we were supposed to meet with the principal of the school that morning. Well, he was running late. But the reason he wasn't able to make it is because a kid was having a big problem. And they in the school had stepped in to help this kid. And so the principal spent the morning, instead of talking to us, reaching out with this kid and getting to this breakthrough moment so that the kid will be able to still focus on school and then, you know, deal with other things. So the fact that you have a school reaching out in a holistic, loving way to these kids, to me, was just amazing, because you need more than the academics in life, and they are in a program that spends a lot of time working with them on life.
Okay, when we were at the LEAP school, they had a number of activities planned for us. We did a tour of the school, but we also met a large portion of the student body in their auditorium.
The students welcomed us by singing, and they sang the South African National Anthem, which was about 25 minutes longer than the Star Spangled Banner. And it was in about 6-part harmony, and it was absolutely incredible, and they all knew every word of it, they all had a part of it, and they all sang it enthusiastically and loud. You would not have needed a microphone if we had put them in a concert hall. It was incredible.
Great harmony. You could hear everything that they're saying. It's just a moving experience.
What became even more striking was, while they sang with such force, they spoke with their heads down, they muttered their words, and they were very quiet in their speech.
They whispered. They didn't speak out. And so, you know, I think it came out, you know, why do you talk so softly when you can sing so loudly?
A lot of times you aren't going to get touched spiritually by what you see when you go on the trips.
They reenacted a class that they have regularly, and their class is called Life Orientation. And in that class, that gives them a chance to talk about the things going on outside of school that are impacting their ability to be successful within school. And it teaches them to trust each other and to learn how to process emotions and all of the other environmental factors that are affecting them day to day.
And it was almost like a holistic approach to
yeah.
bettering yourself as a person. And I thought a lot of schools here in the States could use that as an example.
The LEAP school was just a great experience from that perspective.
Then when we spoke to the students some more, we had a breakout session with just the 11th graders.
And I guess this is a method that they use in their curriculum where the students are encouraged to share their thoughts and their feelings, their life stories. You just realize the obstacles and the challenges that these students are facing, and despite all these challenges, they are excelling in their studies.
It was incredible to be led through this process by the students, by the psychologist who leads them through it daily, and the principal was a part of it. So the students would share very intimate details of their stories. Like one of them had a brother who had run away just 2 days before we got there, and I believe that same student's mother had just died from HIV or AIDS within a month of his running away, and they think some of that triggered the other. And so the brother that was there talking had worked really hard to get his brother into this school, into the LEAP project, and so you could tell that he was really heartbroken at the fact that he was responsible for his brother, yet had no idea where he was or how to help him. Yet he was still a part of this group of students who had built their own shack in the shantytown area where they lived in Langa so that they would have a place to study. And so to see his drive and ambition and perseverance was just incredible.
That to me was very powerful because I deal with people here in the States all the time who have poor study habits, poor attitudes about their ability to learn anything, let alone math and science. And so to go to a school where, you know, a kid is still going to study for exam even though his brother has been missing for a week, that's phenomenal. That's amazing. That's a testimony to their spirit and character.
Students shared their stories with us, and that just opened the floor for us to share stories with them so that they would feel like there was some kind of a connection between us and them, not just that they were pouring their souls out to us and we were just soaking it in and then going to take it back and forget about it. And I don't think that any of those students have an idea about how much each of them impacted us. And I hope that in some way we, in sharing our stories, were able to show to them that we believe in them and that we support them and that we want them to be successful and respect all of the different things that they are doing and understand that they're going through much more day to day than any of us have ever had to, and that they are absolutely incredible to us.
I'm so sorry that we can't spend more time because this has been more than an inspiration to me and to our group. John, thank you for setting it up for us, for allowing us to come and enter your place, and for you all, just please keep doing what you're doing. You're beautiful, handsome, you're talented, you're courageous. Speak with the same confidence and projection that you say, because you all have a perspective and you have words and views that you alone can share with this world. So you have to do it. You owe it to the people around you and to yourselves too.